Hello and welcome to Fintech Focus TV with me, Toby, and delighted to be joined today by Tom Morris from RegTek Solutions. Tom, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Thanks ever so much for coming in.
Thank you.
And well done. You have been listed as one of the most influential fintechs of 2019 in the Financial Technologist magazine. As everyone will know, there was 14 judges from some of the biggest banks, consultancies, institutions, fintech experts in the world looking at this. Over 2,000 considered. And a short list of some of the best in the industry out there. So congratulations on being on that field.
Thank you.
Tom, tell us a little bit about the business and what you guys do.
So we're a software firm with a laser focus on trade and transaction reporting. RegTek is quite a wide banner, and a lot of people think that's sort of financial reporting. We're actually in the non-financial transaction reporting space. That's first important to mention that. And I think that firms who recognise that we can play a key role in helping firms achieve what we call sustainable compliance. So people are still spending way too much on regulatory reporting, and so sustainable compliance is all about achieving a downward trend in risk and cost. Firms can't afford to keep having their best people focused on this years after go live. They need to move this into a BAU type mode and also make it sustainable over the long term, because these regulations are not going away anytime.
It's not moving quickly, is it? Yeah.
Exactly.
It seems every time we look at this, and through our Fintech Influencers group, we have a number of different people come in, and every year we look at the trends for the year ahead, and for natural reasons, for about the last 10, it's always been regulatory and compliance that have been dominating the headlines for where themes are. So I think to get on the list, there's a number of RegTek companies out there, but I think what you've just spoken about is some of the core issues that affect it. And if you're looking at themes throughout the companies listed, you're looking at cost saving, and you're looking at ease of use and such like. Tell us a little bit about why you think you have stood out so much to the judges, and why you're on the list.
So I think typically firms have thrown people at the problem, and as these new regulations have come into force, they've put together typically tactical solutions that over time prove to not be fit for purpose. And I think that firms now recognise that the only real way to take cost out of this is to take advantage of some innovative technology that exists out there, and we're one of those firms. So we provide firms with solutions that can provide sort of real-time checks on 100% of their transaction reporting submissions in advance of submission. So in the spirit of all the regulations and the regulators' demands on firms, that they should have these control mechanisms in place to make sure that everything they send out of the door has been thoroughly checked as far as is possible, identifying and remedying any of these issues in advance of submission. They'll be reflected better in the eyes of the regulator, and also I think going forward it takes out the cost, because you're no longer resolving exceptions after the event, you're actually resolving them up front.
And with so many companies in this space, it's competitive. As I say, it's a constant theme of where opportunity lies in fintech. As you highlighted, it's not going away particularly quickly. And with so many solutions within that space, why are people choosing you as well, and seeing the company grow as much as it is?
So we like to think that we take the bar that bit higher by not just replicating the regulatory validations on data, but we have what we call enhanced reporting quality validations, which are a set of rules that have been developed by our experts and the reg experts, and also in partnership with our clients. So firms can collectively benefit from the intellectual capital of one another and take the data quality to that next level. So we've already seen a year after MiFID some of the data quality issues that are being reported by the regulators. We're able through those findings to turn them into rules and add them to our rules engine, so you can pick up those scenarios before they go out of the door. A lot of firms now, a year after MiFID, are starting to have independent audits of their data, and they're identifying a number of issues. Again, they can deploy our services and turn those findings into rules to make sure that they never misreport again.
Yeah. And in terms of the market itself, I mean, we've been everywhere we look, everywhere we read, people are talking about compliance and regulation dominating the headlines again. What can we expect in 2019? What are the headlines going to be?
So this year's big topic is SFTR, which is perhaps the most complex of the regulatory reporting regimes this far. So firms are looking for solutions there. First and foremost, they've got to find out where they're going to source all of this data, which is in disparate systems or doesn't even exist at all today. So they're having to sort of upgrade their technology to facilitate this complex requirement. Brexit is another complex theme that firms are still obviously trying to understand what it means for them as a business. A lot of firms are setting up new massive reporting connections on the continent, where they're UK-based firms. They're setting up a continental reporting mechanism to make sure that they can cover both angles. But also, I think even though EMIR, for example, has been in place for a number of years, there's still issues with data quality, and the regulators regularly express their frustration about the poor data quality. So firms are looking at putting in control frameworks where they're looking at checking that they're not under and over reporting, and that they're reconciling regularly their books and records with what the regulator has received. Again, MIFIR explicitly mentioned that for the first time, so they helped us because that's very much what we do.
Yeah, perfect. So the stars colliding to give you increased business off the back of it.
Yes.
So you're well positioned. Yep. You know what's happening in the marketplace. There's a great opportunity for you in the business at the moment, which is all very exciting. Many of the reasons why you've been featured in the magazine itself as well. Tell us what's next for you guys. What's exciting for the company?
So I think SFTR, and together this is the first time that we're sort of coming in before the reporting regime has gone live. So we're helping firms already with our validate.trade solution in terms of helping firms understand the integrity of their data and getting ready for the regulation. But we're also providing connectivity there, so I think we're sort of moving more into the primary reporting space now, where we're providing connectivity solutions to the trade repositories and helping firms with that the huge task of getting their data into ISO 20022 format and pre-validating it and then submitting it onto the trade repository. So there's a lot of firms that are impacted by this, so I think it's going to be an exciting year.
Busy time for you.
Very much so.
So who should be getting in touch with you? Who can you help?
So any impacted firms, I guess anybody that has a regulatory reporting regime for any of the global jurisdictions, whether that be SFTR, EMIR, MIFIR, Dodd-Frank, any of the Asian reporting regimes, etc. We cover all of those in our solutions. Any firms who are looking to deploy control solutions, so perhaps they've achieved the initial sort of reporting compliance, but they're now looking at putting the control framework around that to again check for erroneous data and reconcile in line with the regulator's expectations. So yes, we don't sort of, whether that be sell side, buy side, operators of trading venues, we're working with a number of trading venues as well, who again have obligations under reporting.
Absolutely. And how best to get in touch with you?
So you can get to our website, regteksolutions.com, and you'll find our contact details there, and we'd be more than happy to talk to anyone.
Well, I'm sure it'll be a very good idea to do so. Thanks so much for coming in and sharing the story. Lovely to meet you.
Thanks very much.
Thanks to you all for watching, and we'll see you very soon on another episode of Fintech Focus TV. Thanks for watching.